Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the French Commune. So hopefully in today's episode we'll be able to get the invasion of Japan started. We'll see how effective we are at getting control of the seas. But Japan is very much on the retreat. They've been pushed out of the majority of the Philippines. They do have one port here, but you can see that most of the Philippines have been taken back. And then over here as well, they've been pushed back and they don't actually have a port over here, so any troops that are here are cut off from supplies. So the Japanese are, not doing well right now, and China is pretty much all in our possession. We just need to wrap this up here. I've already pulled out the majority of these troops here because obviously we are exhausting the supply here. In fact, let me just go and take these guys. And we want them to just go ahead and move over here to the coast. Just get away from this area because, I think we pump all these troops here, we're going to really exhaust the supply. Also, I brought 8 divisions over here to help out to get the rest of this territory taken over, because this is going to be key if we want to do a naval invasion from this location. We can get an air doctrine, so let's go ahead and get the key point bombing. I know we don't have a lot of tactical bombers, but we are trying to do that currently in Japan, using tactical bombers to do strategic bombing. So I think that could end up being a little bit helpful. What is it, was it a 10% bonus? I want to say it was a 10% bonus here. Yeah, it'll help a little bit. I don't know if that'll actually affect the amount of points you're getting. I would think so, because I think the amount of damage you're doing is how many points you get, which we currently have gotten 51. So it's helpful. So let's go ahead and continue doing that with a little 10% modifier. Also, we have an admiral here who can get some traits. This is the commander of the submarine fleet here. He's got a lot of ships under his command, so not surprising that he's got enough experience to rank up over here. But let's go ahead and get the torpedo reveal chance, I suppose. Although maybe I should have got the Lancer. Yeah, because this is mainly what we have here, submarines. So getting some screen penetration might have been helpful. Let's see what we want to get, then we'll do the torpedo hit chance. Yeah, we'll get that. Looks like we can actually do a couple things here, can't we? Could decrease the visibility. But you know what, let's do the torpedo cooldown. Oh, we don't have the command power. So this guy's got a ton of ranks up. I guess he was level 1. That's how he leveled up so much. Yeah, we're going to finish this up over here. And also we're going to really be focusing on bombing the Japanese fleet. So I've got either close air support or naval bombers in all these areas, attempting to bomb as much of their fleet as we can. And what we could go ahead and do now, since we do have air support in these regions, is go ahead and move the submarines to these locations because, not only will we be sinking their convoys that are going through here, but this is a good way to get battles going, I have found, is that if you have any kind of ships out here, then what happens is, they engage the enemy fleet, and that gives you a chance to bomb them, because it's far more likely your bombers are going to bomb ships that are already in a battle than just ones that are in the area, or at least that's what I've found as I've played. But let's go and also extend these guys, because the thing we were waiting for with these ships is to ensure that we had some assistance from our Air Force, which we now have. So we probably won't go here to the Sea of Japan just yet. I'm afraid they might get heavily bombed. There's a lot of air bases that can hit there from Japan. So let's not go there just yet. We'll just go to these regions and see if we can't get their fleet engaged. We have to get them sunk, or just hope that they don't have them out there. Maybe they're out of fuel or something, so that we can attempt to do our naval invasions. So we get the heavy tanks. I did all that research for those, and you know what? I don't know if we're going to build those right now. We're not going to do it right this moment. Yeah, I just don't know when they'll be useful. It depends on who we're to fight next, if we were to fight anybody next. I guess anti-air would be useful. Got a lot of stuff here that we haven't gotten yet for the support equipment. We're already working on the industrial tanks, but equipment's not really much of an issue right now. I suppose we'll go for the radar, or we could just wait till this is done in 3 days. Yeah, we'll wait till that's done. What about over here? I guess we can go for the infantry equipment. Get that updated. Yeah, we'll do that. Then maybe we'll put some factories into updating the infantry equipment. So one thing I wanted to do here is ask Germany for garrison support, because we're actually using quite a bit of manpower, 137,000, to cover all the areas we're garrisoning. And most of that's probably here in China. So that'll get us our manpower back. Not that we really need it or anything. Doesn't help us with the equipment, which is what we're really short of. I actually put more factories towards those garrison tanks because we do need so many of those right now. So we might not win here now. Yeah, we'll keep it going though. Try and force them to retreat over here. But yeah, you can see the supply is just horrible here. We did get the advanced computing machines, which we knew we were going to get. So we're going to get that radar next. That's that 8% research bonus. So yeah, just attempting to engage their ships wherever we can. You see here, our side's already lost a ton of destroyers. I'm not entirely sure if our planes can reach there. I don't think they can. Yeah, they can't reach over there. Not from that location. They could reach from here. But I only have one closed air support in there on the East China Sea. So what we should probably do is move one over here. That'd make a lot of sense, and it's not like we don't have plenty of closed air support over here. In fact, it's full up right now. I've already moved these naval bombers over there, as well as some closed air support. So let's move these guys. This is going to overstaff it. That's okay. We're going to build that up here in a minute. So let's go ahead and do the Naval Strike here. And then let's go ahead and start building this area up now. Oh, we've already got that started. Never mind. Can't do the radar, unfortunately. We do have the air bases going. As for the infrastructure, we're probably good. In regards to, like, you know, supply for the planes. They need supply, but they don't need that much. So we're just waiting until these planes get over here, and then we should start bombing them more heavily. See if we have any success with those bombings. Alright, so they're doing their attack here. We'll wait till that one, you know, fails, and then we'll do our own attack in a minute. Also, I guess we just got the old school focus. So let's go ahead and get probably the next naval one. Again, not really that we need any of these. We don't really need anything at this point. Suppose you could get these as well, but I guess that's 1944 when those unlock. I suppose the same thing with the ships. Yeah, we don't really need any of this right now. So I don't think we're going to get them. We've got ourselves those dockyards. So let's go and expand the citizenship, get more non-core manpower. Now, well, it looks like we're really good at manpower. Remember, that is also all of the Chinese manpower that we're getting. While we don't get a ton of manpower from, you know, territory that not only are we occupying, but we have, you know, low compliance from, and, you know, isn't core territory. So we don't get a lot of manpower, but China has so much, such a high population here that even just occupying it drastically increases it. So once we are no longer occupying China, I think we'll lose a lot of that manpower. So we did sink a destroyer here. Excellent. All right, so our ships are going, or excuse me, our naval bombers are going to work, sinking their ships. This is kind of a big loss for our side in a sense. I mean, it's just destroyers and a light cruiser sunk. Yeah, we didn't really do much against them. And again, I think that was just because our naval bombers couldn't reach that area. And they can't reach a lot of this along the coast. Oh well, they can reach right there. But yeah, that's one reason I didn't want to put all our fleet over here. I would get those dockyards. I guess we'll go ahead and put them into, you know, something. We have four lines of cruisers, so I suppose that's fine. We'll just go ahead and build more the submarines here. All right, so let me see if we can do this attack now. See if that's effective. Looks like it would be. Let's see if we want to send these guys. Might want to let them rest a little bit. They're pretty tired. Give them a little bit of rest. And we're winning here currently with our 2 units that are attacking. So I just try and get this area here finished up. And then these troops should be taking the rails, but I bet they're not. Nope, they're not. Oops. Yeah, there we go. We want to take the rails there. They'll go a lot quicker. These guys too should be taking the rails. And we might not even need our assistance here because this Soviet tank does seem to be pushing forward. Yeah, we'll send them there anyway. Hopefully they get there soon. And maybe we can get some points for taking that last area, which I want to say, yeah, there's a victory point here. So, you know, maybe we get some credit helping out there. Let's go ahead and let this play and see if we can't get this battle done. Or this one of these. Oh, it looks like they actually took a province here. Well, that's surprising. Alright, and we're actually losing here as well. Okay, yeah, this fight in the mountains here is challenging. We are actually low on support equipment. I think a big part of that is because of the garrisons. Another battle where our side lost a bunch of ships, the British and the Italians, the light cruisers and destroyers, only shooting down some planes, so not doing so well over here. I mean, at least it's not our ships over there, which is, again, why I didn't send them there. Did sink a heavy cruiser there. Excellent. Yeah, this zone here is being problematic for us. Another heavy cruiser sunk there. Maybe that's the same one. It didn't go away. Seems unlikely we'd sink 2 heavy cruisers there in the same location like that. Not possible, but unlikely. We do have more dockyards. I'm guessing those we're repairing. Let's put these all into submarines, I suppose. Any new ones we get. So yeah, I did fail in this attack.
Gardez vos distances.
Yeah, that's a shame. And yeah, these guys just can't get their organization up very high due to the lack of supply here, which isn't going to get any better. I could try building a supply hub here. It does feel kind of like a waste, though, because it seems like that shouldn't be necessary. I imagine that the supply is... Yeah, the supply isn't reaching here. We could take a look real quick, but yeah, I bet it's pretty far from any supply hubs. Yeah, this is the closest supply hub. And it doesn't even have connection to the railway. I think it's connected by river, though. Yeah, I think it should be connected by river, though I'm not actually seeing the lines on there. So maybe not. So yeah, that's a problem. I suppose it would be useful to connect the rails to here, wherever the closest one, I guess it's this one here. We can connect that, because as rails are so quick to build, it doesn't take very long. Because I don't know... I think it's getting alright supply, but yeah, it is coming by the river. Yeah, you can see that. But it's fine. This is also rails that our people can use to travel, so they can travel on it. So there's advantages to building this. So we're gonna go like so. And where's that supply hub? And then I guess we'll go across both these rivers here and then up. There we go. We'll go and tick that up to the top. Get that constructed. Not gonna make much of a difference there. Frankly, we just need supply hubs. I don't think we'd get them done in time though, because we never do. And these troops don't have any supplies. You'd expect eventually they'd get defeated here. Yeah, we just need to give some time for them to get the organization back up. But yeah, it's been problematic there, as I thought it would be with the mountains. Did sink 3 Japanese destroyers there, 1 right there, excellent. And also there's a battle engaging over here. What we want to do once we take this region here, which looks like it's going to be done. Alright, excellent. So these troops here would then... They keep readjusting, I see, and not being on the rails. But yeah, that means once we take that, this is a separate region here, so we can go ahead and build up the airbase there too. And we'll be using that quite a bit. So as soon as he takes this, which will be here in... less than a day. As soon as he takes this, we'll go ahead and get the airbase building here. And we'll just build it all the way up. Oh, that's radar. We can't build radar, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll just build it all the way up, because all the stuff we're currently working on, we don't actually need. Alright, so let's see what happened over here. Bombs this patrol fleet. And where was this battle? So in this one, 3 more destroyers from our side have been lost. We are shooting down some of their planes, I suppose, but obviously not worth the cost. Alright, so let's attempt this again, guys. We'll attack here this time, actually, because that's more likely to be a win. Yeah, these guys are so weak, man. And they're just not going to get any better, either. Now, we could try attacking here with everything we got. Seeing if that's a victory, but yeah, it doesn't look like it will be. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So yeah, this is going to be a problematic attack, I think. Yeah, we can't even win here. You know, we got the planning bonus up, all that good stuff. Yeah, just not able to get it done. But yeah, we just need to get the enemy ship sunk, though it does look like we have control of the seas here, so we could do an invasion. Yeah, there's nothing really stopping us from doing invasions. But one thing I'm worried about is the fact that most of their ports do seem to be defended every time we get to see their troops temporarily. So I really feel like we need to get more of this fleet destroyed, because they're still out there patrolling, even if we might dominate the seas right now. That's largely due to submarines. And so I'm kind of worried that if we put convoys out there, too many of them will get sunk. Or just lose too much strength that they can't succeed in the actual invasion. So I feel like it's fine to wait. Let's take these troops and bring them over here. Yeah, we do not need them going over there again. As far as invasions, I suppose we could go ahead and set up the first invasion. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, actually. This is typically the weak spot of Japan, so hopefully that'll be true in this one. So yeah, all these troops are already going back. I had 8 coming over here, so that's 7, so we're just missing 1 dude somewhere. Here he is. He's taking the rails. So we want them to go back over there. I always want to bring more troops over there just because the supply is so bad that this is, you know, they can't even do anything over here. As for supply here, this could be a problem. Yeah, it could be. Let's go ahead and build this one up. You're also going to get some oil, I suppose, for the Soviets. We'll build up this port a little bit too, I suppose. And just throw all this up at the top. That infrastructure we're working on over here isn't exactly necessary. We got the artillery, excellent. So we are in 1943. Could go and go with that passive bonus, but let's go and start working on the anti-air. We also need to get the artillery line updated. Start getting those better guns out there. You're not seeing as much success bombing them as I was hoping, and I think that's, I don't know. I was gonna say that's because they're not out here patrolling. There's 2 more destroyers sunk, but that's not the case. There actually are ships out here. They're pulling back a little bit, but I mean, we're sinking the destroyers. Eventually you sink enough screens and then their capital ships are exposed to your submarines, which we got a lot of those, so yeah, we'll see. Yeah, they keep on doing these attacks that just fail miserably. They're attacking with tanks into the mountains, so not surprising. Now, another big problem here is that it is, there's deep snow. You know, we're in the middle of winter, so it might just be better to wait. I don't know, though, because the supply, man. Well, you can see we built this all the way out here. That doesn't really, again, that doesn't change anything. But yeah, I suppose we can build a supply hub. I mean, whatever. I don't know if we'll ever actually get to use it. But just in case we're stuck here forever, if I don't build this, then I'll regret not doing so. So we'll build these, put them up at the top, try and get those done. Obviously, the supply hub will not be built anytime soon. That's going to be done in June. So if we're stuck here till June, then at least we'll have the supply hub, and then at that point we should be able to win. You would think anyways. So just trying to get, oh, that's 11 destroyers sunk. Wow. Alright, so that's a good number of destroyers sunk. Just take a look at what they've got left. 144 ships. We sunk a lot of them. Most importantly, look at the screens. The screens are pretty low now, particularly those destroyers. That's not a lot for Japan. So yeah, they're running out of screens, so eventually we'll start to see those capital ships get sunk, or they just won't put them out. Either way, it's only a matter of time before we gain control of the seas. We're going to go and continue getting these. Again, they're pretty helpful. We won't spend the experience to get them, though, simply because we need to get the doctrine still. Yeah, once the snow melts, if it melts, I mean, it's up here in the mountains. Might not. And Bulgaria just declared war on Macedonia. Okay, so they're not in our faction. I was about to say they just started a conflict with us. Bulgaria is actually in our faction. I don't even recall them joining our faction. So yeah, they're going to conquer that real quick. And of course they're going to join the Japanese faction. Yeah, we'll go and accept these Lend-Lease offers. Another destroyer sunk there. Yeah, this is all we're really waiting on now. And of course the Naval Invasion whenever we're ready to start that. I suppose we can go ahead and get these guys set up to do a Naval Invasion. Let's go and get them training if they need it. And I'm going to pull out these troops here. It's not really necessary to have them in this army anymore. I mean, it's never really necessary, I suppose, to have them in the army. And we'll just put them into, you know, defending ports, I suppose. I mean, they don't need to be defended, but just to have them doing something. And maybe come up over here somewhere. And this guy can stay here. Or, you know what, he should stay here. And then we'll have this guy go up here to Shanghai. Alright, excellent. So we'll want to bring more troops into this army, which we have plenty. I guess we'll bring some mountain troops over here into this army. And then probably just get rid of this order here and go ahead and... Oh, look at that. They've already launched a naval invasion. They don't have a port, though. Yeah, we'll see if that ends up being successful or not. We'll probably invade... Nagasaki seems to make the most sense because all the other ports are on this side. You have this port, too. So we could try that one out as well. But let's just try and hit Nagasaki. Let's go and get rid of these orders here. And then just do 2 separate invasions. So as we could also go after Taiwan, might as well. So yeah, we'll split these guys up, have them do 2 separate invasions here. Okay, so this got messed up. So we want them to go there. Probably do 10 total here. And then I guess 7's good for right now over here. And then let's go and bring some more troops over here as well. Get them up to their full size.
Attention.
And we'll just do a naval invasion of somewhere we're not actually planning on invading, just to get them to come over here without joining those armies. Oh, oops, my bad. I gotta put them in this army first, don't we? So this is a total of 6. We need 1 more.
Alright,
so we'll do a naval invasion from here. And again, it doesn't really matter where we do it, because we're not actually gonna launch that. Alright, so just get them coming on over here. Although, you know what, guys? We do need to micromanage them, don't we? Yeah, we gotta make sure we micromanage these guys, because, yeah. Otherwise, they're gonna do something silly. Let's have them go over here on the rails, and then just dip right over to the port that they're supposed to go to. That way they'll actually get here in a reasonable amount of time. So we did get the air doctrine. So let's go ahead, or got the experience to get air doctrine. Let's get the air superiority. We're getting a lot of experience here from these bombings. The bombing of their ships. Let me just take a look. Did we control this guys here? We actually do. Even though I don't have any fighters there. Looks like we have allies that are helping us out. So we're not losing too many tactical bombers, hopefully. Yeah, we do control all the skies here. Control the seas as well. It's just a matter of getting them sunk. There's another destroyer. Lost some planes there. These guys coming over this way. Let's see if we can attempt this, or if we want to. They still have the deep snow here. It is still February. They're actually attacking us and winning here. Wow. That just shows how bad this situation is over here. It's just ridiculous. I don't think we're going to do anything until we get that supply hub built, which means that this place is exposed here. Yeah, they're able to win there and push us back. So yeah, we got the railway there already. But that hub is not going to be done anytime soon. And the front got all messed up with that. We just want to cover this area here, so let's go ahead and take any troops here and just stop them from whenever they're dead. So yeah, until we get that supply hub built, I don't think we're going to be able to take this area over. Because you can't even get air support, because there's no... I suppose we could build an air base. That'd be helpful. Let's build an air base, guys. Just do anything to get control here. Although I don't really know where this air base will be built. We should probably do it in a region that we control the entire thing, to ensure that it's in the province we own, because watch it be right there, the one province I don't own. So we'll do these 2 areas here. I think we control this too. Yeah, we'll just build all the way around here. Let's see which one's closest, best placed to actually put some planes. Just kind of throwing the civilian factories around like it's nothing. Here we go. Alright, so finally we sunk some larger ships here. We got a battle cruiser sunk and 2 carriers, 1936 carriers. Alright, excellent. So starting to get those capital ships sunk, light cruiser sunk as well. So that's what we were waiting on. That's what we need to see happen here. And we continue to see successful invasions by our allies. Another battle cruiser sunk here. I was hoping that we could just get all the credit, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case at all, guys. So we might just want to go ahead and send this off if it's ready. It's going to be this one here. It's not. 7 more days. So another week before we can do the invasion. So yeah, we're probably going to want to launch our invasions as soon as possible. What about over here? How are these guys doing? Oh, they got a lot of time left. But yeah, you can see that Nagasaki's already been taken. It might get retaken back, though, because there's not even a unit there. Oh, there is. We just couldn't see him. Alright, this is what I wanted to see here. Lots of successful battles where we're sinking destroyers. Got that, I think it was a heavy cruiser sunk. Yeah, this is going much, much better now. The Americans already invaded here. You don't need to even do this invasion at all. I'm just going to put them all into this. Although you might not need to invade there either, because it looks like... what We've already landed. Now, they could get pushed back into the sea, though. I was wondering why we couldn't see the troops there. I forgot America's not in our faction. We share a war. Well, they're not in a faction. Another heavy cruiser sunk here. Alright, so we are actually losing territory here now. And, damn, this keeps getting messed up. Every time they push forward, it gets screwed up over here. So, yeah, they're actually taking territory at this point. Not good.
Attention.
But as they spread out, we have a better chance of winning here as well. Remember that supply hub's not built until June, so it's not anytime soon. 2 more destroyers sunk there. Let's take a look if our invasion is ready. I know it was a week last time we looked, so I don't recall when we looked at it. Yeah, we should be able to do that. So what we want to do is only do that invasion, and we're going to need to bring our submarines into this area here. And we don't have planes over here. Oh, we do. We do have some planes over here, but they could move closer. So let's go ahead and do so. We'll move these guys over here. Them over here. They're also doing close air support because they're helping out with that. So let's go ahead and do the Naval Strike instead. This thing is still overstaffed here, but that's not entirely our fault. We only have a few of these planes here. I guess we can move some over there then. We'll move the naval bombers over here. And let's pull some more planes. Close air support, I suppose. And bring them over here. Alright, excellent. Alright, so with that, we are launching the invasion. It's not the best place to attack from, of course, because there's not a lot of victory points over there. But it should be the easiest place, hopefully. And I'm surprised the Americans are still sitting here in Nagasaki, which is kind of a shame because I got these troops just sitting here. We might set up a different invasion, but this, of course, requires us to go the other side. We could attack this one. So let's just go ahead and get this planning. And you know what, we keep this one here and then just send all the troops that are assigned here. And we'll come over here for now. We'll just keep this, just in case the Americans do lose Nagasaki. Alright, so we've got our first invasion of Japan ongoing, and we might win that. Hard to say. What we need to do is get some air support here, though I don't know if they can reach that. Probably not. Yeah, the close air support looks like they do not quite have the range to reach it, so probably wouldn't be able to get any support. Yeah, there's really no point on attempting to even send any on the close air support. We're just gonna have to rely on our troops to get the win on their own. But yeah, they got a lot of troops over here, guys. They are lacking supply. But yeah, 8 divisions. Yeah, that's a lot more defending than I was expecting. And that was one thing I was worried about, is that the Japanese do have a lot more troops defending their territory than they typically do. So with this here, we can either go with France Indivisible, which will give us a much larger non-core manpower bonus. It's going to go up to, I guess that'd be plus 8%. Yeah, we currently have 3%. It's going to increase it by plus 5%. And then we also increase compliance, which I don't think is actually necessary. And this leads to the French Union, where referendums in various parts of our colonial empire will be held. Some parts maybe choose to become fully independent instead. Or you could just encourage immigration, and that'll remove the worker shortage, giving us all those penalties. And I think we're just going to go with that. Yeah, let's just go with that one. This is obviously a lot of manpower you can get here. But yeah, let's get rid of the worker shortage, guys. And you know, that will grant some manpower too. We got the heavy cruiser sunk. Excellent. Some more capital ships being sunk for Japan, and now they're sitting on 101 ships. So their fleet is a fraction of what it used to be. It's not doing well. And Bulgarian reintegration campaign in the Balkans. That's one of their focuses. Yeah, I'm just avoiding doing any attacks here, guys. Just for now. Till we get that. We're going to wait till we get the supply hub. Those troops are so exhausted due to lack of supplies. We're clearly not going to win this here, unfortunately.
Pareil.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Not surprising, I suppose. if they got 8 divisions defending a port. Only reason why these invasions have been successful is because they didn't attack ports, which are risky, of course, as you saw the, I think that was a British invasion. They were completely wiped out, obviously. Yeah, this is clearly not going to work out, so let's just go ahead and stop it. Take all these troops here, put them back on that. Yeah, that was a clear failure. We could attempt this invasion, though. I would imagine they're not done planning yet. Yeah, we got a lot of planning left to go. We've got 17 divisions assigned to that. Yeah, it's a shame. I do have the tanks here just sitting, or just waiting for a port to open up. So maybe move them over here. Get closer to the ports. But yeah, the Americans are having success here, which is not good because they're not in our faction. We don't want them to have any credit there. Maybe the Japanese will move troops off these other ports to defend against the Americans. I don't know. Yeah, it's problematic. Looks like we're having some victories here. The Soviets are, I mean. Yeah, they're getting some wins here and there. But yeah, look at the supply. It's just so bad. I thought that what area was going to be an issue. Another successful invasion here by the British. But again, they don't have a port, so they could just get completely wiped out. Looks like they'll win here in Hiroshima, which that'll cut off the Americans for getting any other territory. So yeah, that's helpful. They have a port. So the invasion is going well, but we're not really playing any part in it, unfortunately. I could go ahead and just pump troops over here, and I think that's what we're going to do with these tanks. And then they can help out here. I was trying to get my own port here, and I'm still going to try to do that. But what we could do is take some of the troops. Where are these guys at? Oh, they're way over here. What we could do is just take the troops that are here and have them come over this way. Since they're not even ready to do this invasion. That'll also let this happen sooner. Yeah, we'll be able to launch this a little bit quicker. 52 days, that's still too long. Let's actually just do... Yeah, I'll put these guys over here. And just try and do it with the 10 divisions. That's 35 days. So maybe we can actually launch this at some point. We got another radar tech. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get the last one. What all did this one grant us? Just the radar stations. So we go ahead and get the radar stations upgraded. Not that it's really necessary anymore, but why not? Any place we already have them, we'll build them up. Yeah, we even do over here as well. Even though, again, none of this is really all that necessary at this point. And we'll go build that one up. And this one. And this one. So that'll keep them busy for some time. So yeah, our side's seeing some success here. Japan's about to get knocked out of this conflict. It's only a matter of time now. And we did sink a convoy.
Attention.
I'm going to try this battle again in the hope that they pulled troops off of this. And we don't control the sea here anymore. Alright, well that's interesting. So, I mean, we have plenty of submarines. Also have some light cruisers over here. Excellent. Let's go and take those. And we'll put them into... I think it's this one that's got the carrier. Yeah, we'll put them into that one. Obviously, it'll take them a while to get over there. And you know what? I think we can go ahead and also bring these guys into the Sea of Japan. Because, yeah, I think we're doing pretty good at this point. I'm not too worried about the Japanese fleet. It's even smaller than ours. It's less than 100 ships at this point. Alright, so our tanks have arrived. Won't help with that. Let's just get them over to this front here so we can try and advance and take some territory. I was really hoping to get this invasion done, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen in time. Is it this one? Yeah, what we want to do is, like, as soon as they're ready to go, have them go. Though I think that this will be taken before we ever get the chance to. This one's launching as well. I assume there'll be less troops there because, you know, they're losing territory. You'd expect they'd bring troops over here. Alright, let's get some... Oops. Get some fronts here. some offensive lines. And let's go ahead and have these guys all focus on attacking the city there. We'll let them get their organization up just a little bit, and then we'll do an attack here.
Pareil.
Should be a victory. Alright, excellent. Yeah, I hope I can get the port behind those, behind them there, just so it will be added to our front. Yeah, we can't take it from the British. They're not willing to give us control there.
Attention.
Alright, so these guys were able to launch before we lost control. We had control of the area for a temporary amount of time there. And yeah, just they don't have very many ships out here anymore. Alright, so we've taken this location. And yeah, we'll just go and keep on attacking here. Just kind of wrap around that area. Mainly what we're looking to do here is get credit for taking this over. Alright, so we got the victory there. Excellent. Let me see what we sunk over here. Another heavy cruiser sunk. Excellent. So that invasion's still ongoing. Alright, so he's going to take all this. He's getting across here. Let's go ahead and have... Well, we're going to get cut off if we do too much here. We're going to need to wait a little bit. We'll just leave him sitting there for now. Well, this guy kind of wraps this up over here. Alright, let's go and take this location. And then we'll go ahead and try and get these guys here cut off. So I have to go this way. And this guy can come on over here. And let's take a few of these troops here and have them come help out in this location. Again, just trying to get some credit here because I was expecting we'd conquer the whole thing ourselves, and you know that's not been the case, obviously. They're very close to capitulating at this point. About to see if that'll be successful. It looks like we still have a lot of troops over there, though. Do we have some air bases? Because, yeah, I don't know if we have... We do have control of the area, but we don't really have other planes assisting us, so let's go ahead and do that. So what we're going to do is take any planes here that are close air support and bring them over here. And then perhaps a fighter wing as well. Maybe, looks like we did lose some planes here and there. But yeah, let's take one of these guys here. See where these guys are all at. Are they all in the same location? They are. Alright, so let's go and take this guy. Make sure we have air superiority. Alright, so he's going across here, so let's go ahead and have him take that, since we're going to be getting some assistance here soon. With this taken, these guys here are now cut off from supply. Let's see if we can't get over here first. We'll just tackle these guys, lock them down temporarily. I don't know if that's going to be enough. And it looks like this will probably be taken before we ever launch our invasion here. I thought that might be the case, but... Alright, so now we just need to get these troops here wiped out. Let's take any troops that are going over to this front and have them come over here instead. Alright, we're going to get behind these guys if we can. It's a little bit risky. I don't want to get anybody cut off. I mean, I suppose the risk is limited in a sense. There's only so much they can do here. Alright, so win there. Looking pretty solid. Let's see if we can't defeat this division now. Or these 4 divisions. Probably not. I don't think we have enough troops to get that done. Maybe. It's yellow at this point. Did we land here? Looks like we should be successful. So there's less troops. They did pull them off. There's only 3 there. And they don't have any supply. Alright, excellent. So just getting these units wiped out. That's 2 of them destroyed. As soon as we're done with that, we'll have him start racing up along the coast, trying to take those victory points. To most importantly get to get over to Tokyo and those victory points. Try and take those so we'll get credit for it. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. 1 unit left to destroy here. Let's go and start racing up along the coast, going towards Tokyo, and really just focusing on victory points. And then this guy here, he'll go the other way. and try and get these victory points up along this coast. Right, so we are assisting in all these battles here. This guy can come over this front instead of whatever he was doing. Yeah, we don't really need any troops coming over here. Let's have him come over here instead. Just get rid of this one. Just let that tank finish it up. We'll also take this guy and have him come over here as well. I feel like this one guy can get this done for us. Alright, so we're having to defend here. Let's go ahead and let that guy go here, and we'll just get up behind him. Oh, and that's not going to work. Alright, so just need to wait for more troops to get over here. I'll be able to do a bit more. And that invasion, obviously, it's completely unnecessary now. Just bring them over here the normal way. And we did win here, so let's go ahead and start moving on up. And also, we'll take that Lend-Lease. And take a look at what this battle was. 5 more Japanese destroyers. Okay, excellent. So yeah, you can see here, it's just such a horrible position. I'm really surprised it's just a local supply I think is good enough. Even though these guys, a lot of them don't have any strength. They're so weak. But, you know, we don't have the organization to defeat them. So, yeah, you can see there that that's going to be a clear loss. We got the anti-air upgrade, so we're going to get the next one. And we actually have some factories. Let's go ahead and use these for infantry equipment for updating with that new equipment type we got. All right, let's go and start taking this territory. Gonna get as much territory over here as we can. When's this guy get over here? Yeah, we should be able to beat him. Yeah, just try and take this over. Alright, so these guys are moving over here. Excellent. Let's have this guy wipe him out while he continues towards Tokyo. Yeah, looking pretty solid, guys. This is going to be wrapped up soon here. Japan's going to be knocked out of the conflict. And then we'll have a peace treaty. I don't know that I'm going to have time for the peace treaty in this episode. Let me just take a look and see how close they are. They're pretty close. I was planning on playing for about another less than 10 minutes. And peace treaties typically take longer than that. So I'm a little worried about the video getting a little too long for what I was trying to record today. Looks like we will not be taking Tokyo yet. We're going to have to wait. Alright, so let's go ahead and let this guy stay here, because what we're going to do is we're going to just go take Tokyo as soon as this guy leaves here in just a matter of hours. So it looks like we got to defend ourselves instead. So never mind. So this is ready to be wrapped up, so let's go ahead and get some troops finishing up. There's only the 1 unit. That's all we got here. Alright, well that's fine. And these guys need to stay here. So yeah, they're retaking some territory over here. That's okay. Let's go after Tokyo. Again, try and get it. And let's finish this up over here. All these guys come on over this way. So yeah, the Americans only got control of the southern island. Push forward here. And yeah, he'll grab that one for us. I don't know if he'll get there before the Soviet Union. Who does? We'll have to see. These guys are advancing up this way, having to fight for each location. Now, when do we get that supply hub over there? The 27th of June. And Japan is currently 82% towards capitulation. Should have Tokyo here in mere moments. Let's go this way. Actually, we'll keep on advancing up here, because that's a victory point. It's 15 points there. So we definitely want to be the ones to take that. We do have the experience to get a land doctrine. So we'll get the overwhelming firepower here. Alright, so we'll see where they're at as soon as we take Tokyo. I imagine taking Tokyo and Sendai will be enough to force their capitulation. And again, I don't think I have time for the peace treaty, unfortunately. And it's a real shame. Would have been nice to get Japan, not only conquered, but also the peace treaty done all in this one episode here. Let's do construction 5. Yeah, peace treaties always take longer than you expect them to take. There's not a lot of countries involved in this one. It's mostly Japan. There's a few other countries in their faction, though, that joined. And of course, you got all the China territory, Siam as well, and South Africa. Did South Africa ever get defeated? Let me just take a look here. They still fighting. They're still fighting. Wow. All these troops lined up over here. And they can't get South Africa finished up. Surprising. Alright, so he'll get to Tokyo now. Let's take a look and see if they're ready to capitulate. They are. Alright, so we'll have the peace treaty essentially the moment I let this play. And again, I just don't have time to do it in this episode, which is kind of a shame. So we'll have to have a little bit shorter episode. I guess it's not that much shorter once we look at the casualties and stuff. And then we'll have to do the peace treaty in the next episode and determine what we're going to be doing next. So let's have, while I'm thinking about it, we'll have these guys advance. He'll go ahead and take care of all this for us. It doesn't really matter, I suppose, because there's going to be a peace treaty. Yeah, it'll fire very soon here. Sometimes it takes a little while to fire, but... So I want to take a look at what our own participation is. We're at 32%. So with the conquest of Japan, we went up by 1% more than what we were at, which was 31%. So, yeah, not enough to control the treaty. The Soviets will get to act first, unfortunately. Yeah. And, you know, they're getting a lot of points from the casualties. You know, we're getting 5. They're getting like 90-something. So that's playing a role. But really, it's occupation. It's not even like bombing. We have more points when it comes to bombing. They got 101. We have 159. We're getting the 93 from the sunken ships. I don't even know if they sunk any ships themselves. Yeah, they got 4 points from that. But it's the occupation from taking territory. And stuff like when we saw that one unit, the tank unit, a motorized unit, whatever it was, where he just kind of raced along the coast and took all that territory. Yeah, that's how they got points. Not from actually conquering much. I suppose they helped a little bit, but yeah, not as much as I felt like they could have. But yeah, we will not get the supply hub here in time, so it was a waste, like it almost always is. And we probably could have just left that to our allies to sit there and take attrition and die. We've got tons of manpower right now. But let's go and take a look at the casualties. So we're at 50,000 now, 48.8 thousand to the Japanese. I'm going to say we were at 40-something thousand last episode. I might be mistaken, but I don't think we took that many casualties in this one. British are still similar number where they're at before. On the Soviets, I'm sure they lost a lot more. Yeah, they always do. 967,000 total casualties at this point. The Americans took 337,000 casualties, quite a bit. Probably in the Philippines. So Japan, 2.71 million casualties total. We did 1 million of that. Soviets did a lot. So did the Americans and the British to a lesser extent than us. But yeah, everybody kind of played a role in fighting the Japanese here. Looking at the other countries we fought, the Soviets did the most damage to them, not surprising. There we killed about 14,000 ourselves. Here we killed 23,000, so less than the Soviets. Here we killed 81,000, so we did the most. Chinese Empire, 41,000. Shanxi, 65,000. 77,000. Yeah, we did the most there. Here we did less than the Soviets. And yeah, they fought Manchukuo quite a bit. But 50,000 there. Siam, 145,000. South Africa, we did 100,000 to them. So yeah, we capitulated just about everybody except for Sinking. They were the ones we just had so much difficulty with over here. Due to the mountains, and the mountains were harsh, but also the lack of supplies really what kicked our butt there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end the episode here, and then the very first thing we'll be doing next episode, because again, as soon as we play it, we should have the peace treaty fires. We'll be doing that treaty with the Japanese and their allies. So I'm not sure what we're going to do in Japan. I'd like to puppet them, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Soviets do that first. We don't really know what the Soviets would do. I wouldn't mind puppeting China, though, if we can't do Japan, having like a communist China over here. We definitely want to take control of Siam. I'm really hoping the Soviets don't do that first, because yeah, I want all this territory, and it fits well with our territory here. So I'd like to get control of Siam. That would be the first thing we would do in the peace treaty. South Africa will probably leave to somebody else. We also didn't do anything there to really help out. As far as other countries, that's it. It's just China, Siam, and Japan, South Africa. So yeah, we'll try and subject at least one of those and to get Siam, but it's really going to depend on what the Soviets leave for us. We occupy all this, so it should be difficult for them. But the British occupy Japan, so yeah, we'll just have to see. They don't have a lot of points, I don't think. Let me just double check on that. They have 6%, so they're not going to be able to act on their occupations there. Same thing with the Americans, they're at 60% as well, so they shouldn't get to act, those two. Or if they do, it's not going to be able to do much. Maybe take a couple islands or something like that from the Japanese. Well, it seems we finished this operation as well to steal the Naval Blueprints. So what did we get? Okay, we got something. It's just category ships. But I'm not entirely sure what we got. I thought it told you somewhere. But yeah, I'm not seeing it. So let me just take a look, see if there's anything like that's clearly something we didn't have before. We had the cruisers, and we had these. I think we had the depth charge mortars. Yeah, I think we had torpedoes. I'm not really seeing what we got. Could have gotten this. I think we already had that too. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we got. Yeah, that could be anything. I'm not entirely sure what we stole from them. I thought it told you somewhere. Could have swore it did. But yeah, we were able to steal tech from them before they capitulated, so at least we got that done. And I suppose we'd send our operatives all to the United States next. Yeah, that'd make the most sense. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.